Hey everybody, I'm Ari and this is Just for Fun, and we're going to play Keyforge. Keyforge is a new game created by Richard Garfield, guy who made Magic, and it is a collectible card game with a unique deck feature. And the way that works is there are 104 quadrillion different decks. Every deck that you buy is going to be completely different from any other deck in the world, and we are going to go over the rules. Alright, so this is the setup. This right here is my Archon, Odenfreud, the Saucerite of Scheming. His houses are Mars, Untamed, and Logos.
And I'm playing the Unnerving Prodigy with Mars, Sanctum, and Brobar.
Now, we don't have any of the tokens because we got these. These were early decks that we got ahead of time, so we don't have any of the right tokens. So we're going to be using these D8s as damage. Each individual D6, no matter what they're showing, will count as 1 amber. These D12s will count as chains. And each of these D20s, no matter what they're showing, is going to count as 1 forged key. And as soon as you have 3 forged keys, you win the game. As you can see, I'm going to be repeating myself as we go along, but bear with me. So we are cutting each other's deck. We draw. Oh, you gotta see who goes first because the person who draws goes first. Alright. I got 6. If you could keep the dice on the table, that would be great.
Right. Roll number 1.
Alright. 4. Alright, so I'm going first. The person who goes first gets, I think they get 5, don't they? And the person who, because you normally get 6. The person who goes first gets 1 less, and they can only play 1 card.
Yes.
Alright, yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Alright, so I get 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, the cards that come with the deck have the Archon on it and all the houses. So there's no way for anyone to cheat because you cannot mix and match any of these cards. Okay, so I go first, and I can only play 1 card. So I am going to choose Mars, and I'm going to play Tunk. And when a creature comes into play, they have to come into play exhausted. The symbols on a card, you're going to have this 1 number right here, which is its power. The power is basically everything about the card. How much damage it does in combat, and how much damage it needs to take for it to die. Some creatures will have a number right here for armor, and the first time it takes damage in the turn, the first time it takes damage in the turn, it will stop that much damage. And also you have whatever abilities it has on the card. That is the end of my turn. So now I can, well, as I play, as I picked,
have a good night, guys.
As I picked Mars, I can discard any cards in my hand that have Mars on them. I choose not to. So at the end of my turn, I am going to draw back up to 6. And he readies. It's your turn.
Okay. This is what my hand looks like. Got 4 Mars cards. This is Brobnar. We got Sanctum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose Mars for my house that I'm choosing this run. I'm going to go ahead and start out with an action. It's called Battle Fleet. What it does is I reveal any number of Mars cards in my hand. For each card revealed, I can draw a card. So, put that there. Oh, and just so you see here, Since this has an amber symbol here, I actually get an amber for playing this spell. So we got 1 amber.
If you'd remember,
We'll put it right here. So I'm going to reveal 3 cards. So I get to draw 3
I
cards.
guess have a good night.
Yep, you too.
And that's what I got. I'm going to go ahead and pass since I have no creatures to play for Mars.
Alright, so my turn. I am going to choose Mars. And I'm going to play Soft Landing. The next creature or artifact I play this turn enters play ready. Then I am going to play John Smith. He is elusive, so the first time this creature is attacked each turn, no damage is dealt to it. And if I fight or reap, I can ready a non-agent Mars creature. So I'm going to reap with Tunk. So I get an amber. I am going to reap with John Smith. So when he reaps, he readies. I am going to reap with Tunk again. Get another one. I am going to play Squawker.
Everybody's finding their
And
way
I
out.
get an amber for that. Ready a Mars creature or stun a non-Mars creature. And I'm going to ready John Smith. I think we see where we're going with this. I'm going to reap with John Smith again, which is going to ready Tunk. Then I'm going to reap with Tunk once again to get another one.
Jeez.
And I am going to be done. And they ready. And I draw back up to 6.
Okay, on my turn, I'm going to choose Brabnar. And I'm going to
remember that real American Heroes type stuff.
play this for 1. Its playability, your opponent loses Amber. Then I'm going to play this guy here, Baldir. No special ability right off. And I'm going to lay out Fire Spitter, which no ability right off. Playabilities, whenever you play the creature, the ability goes off. I am done. I am at 5 cards, so I get to draw one.
Okay, so I'm going to choose Mars again. I am going to attack with Tunk and attack Fire Spitter. So when creatures attack each other, they deal their power to each other, and both of them have 1 armor. So Tunk is going to deal 5 damage to Fire Spitter, and Fire Spitter is going to do 4 damage to Tunk. So Tunk takes 4 points of damage. I am going to play Zizix the Many. He has Fight Reap. You may reveal a creature from your hand. If you do, archive it, and Zizix the Many gets 3 +1 power counters. But when I play one, Tunk gets fully healed. I am going to reap with John Smith, which I am going to ready Tunk. And then Tunk is going to attack Bumpsy. Actually, no. I'm not going to attack Bumpsy. He is going to reap. So I'm going to get one more. And then I'm going to play Phosphorus Stars. Stun each non-Mars creature, gain 2 chains. And we're going to symbolize stunned creatures by them getting turned upside down like that. And when a creature is stunned, when you activate them, all they can do is exhaust themselves. Now, chains, the way chains work is at the end of your turn, if you have 7 or less chains, you draw 1 less card. Well, instead of drawing up to 6, you draw up to 5. If you have 8 to 14, it's 2, and then every multiple of 7, it goes up from there. So I'm going to ready. I'm going to draw up to 5, and then lose a chain. And now it's your turn.
During my turn, I'm still going to choose Brabnar. I'm going to go ahead and ready these guys.
Oh, exhaust.
Or exhaust them. To get rid of the stun. I'm also going to play a creature, the troll. And my turn will be done.
Alright, so it's the beginning of my turn. I have 6 amber. I turn in those 6 amber, and I get my first key. Okay, so there's my hand. I am going to choose... I'm going to choose Mars one more time. I am going to reap with Zizix. I am going to use his... I'm going to get my amber. I'm going to use his ability. Reveal a creature card from my hand. And then if I do, I can archive it. And archiving means you take your card and you put it under your Archon. And what that means is at the beginning of your turn, you have the choice of drawing all the cards that you have archived. You don't get a choice to pick and choose which ones you draw. If you're going to draw them, you have to draw all of them. It's all or nothing. And, oh, we didn't decide power cards. Dice for power. So we'll just use one of these D6s. And he has 3. Alright. I am going to... Tunk is going to attack that one. So Tunk will take 5, and it'll take 6.
Later.
Going to reap with John Smith, and ready Tunk, and then attack that one, and they both die.
Hey, Ari, I don't have a key. That went. All right.
And it's the end of my turn. I draw back up to 5, and I lose my chain.
I'm going to go with Mars. And I'm going to play an artifact and get a amber. Comes to play tapped.
Exhausted.
Or exhausted. Yep. Then I'm going to play an upgrade on this guy, which This creature gains your opponent keys cost 2 more to be able to use, which I gain amber. I'm going to go ahead and play this on this creature. This creature gains destroyed. You may put this creature into my hand. So if he gets destroyed, it comes right back to me.
Oh, it goes in your archives.
Or yeah. So I gain an amber from that. And that is it for my turn. I got 3 cards. I get to draw 3.
So it is my turn. I am going to choose Mars again. I am going to Reap with Zizix, get an amber, reveal a creature. It goes into my archives, and he gets 3 more. I'm going to play Tunk. I'm going to Reap with John Smith. He readies Tunk. And I'm going to Reap with Tunk and get another amber. I'm going to be done. I have 3 cards. So they ready. I have no chain, so I get to draw back up to 6.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Sanctum. So I have these 3 cards. I'm going to play the first one, which he has taunt, so that means he can't attack this guy without going through him first. I'm going to play Potion of Invulnerability, and I get an amber because it has an amber symbol.
It also has Omni, and what Omni is that he can choose to use it no matter what house he calls.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go ahead and be done. So I untap, and I got 4 cards, so I draw 2.
It's called Ready. Using the wrong terms, you're going to get it sued.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am going to choose... Oh, no, because 2 more, because
Yep.
you did that. Normally I would be able to forge my second key because I have 6 amber, but his jammer pack makes it so that I have to have 8 in order for me to forge a key. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use... Alright. I'm going to fight. I'm going to use Zizix the Many. And with his ability... Would he do the damage first? Or would I be able to use his ability first? Because I think I'd be able to use the ability first before damage happens.
Ability first.
Yeah. So, I'm going to reveal a creature. Archive it. He gets 3 more power. And then he does more than enough to kill your Sanctum Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
I get 5 damage? 6 damage. 6 damage.
So he'll take off 6 of that.
No, he still keep the power.
I guess he would.
He keeps the power. He just takes the 6 damage. Alright. So, I'm going to use... I'm going to attack... No. No.
Not once you want to lose them.
It's true. That sucks. Alright. I'm going to attack with Tunk against...
Sure.
Yep, I'm going to attack with Tunk against the troll. And he is going to take 6, and Tunk is going to die.
Yep.
I'm going to Reap with John Smith and ready Zizix. And I am going to Reap with him. Reveal the creature. Archive it. And he goes up by 3. And I'm going to be done. So they get ready, and I draw 2 cards.
I'm going to choose Sanctum again. I'm going to heal 1 damage to a friendly creature, and five. I also gain an amber. I'm also going to do Virtuous Winds, which I gain 3 because it's an action.
Alright, so I drew from my archives, and I'm going to choose Untamed. I am going to play a Niffle Ape. I am also going to play a Dew Fairy. I'm going to play Vigor, which gives me an Amber. And I can heal up to 3 damage from a creature. If I healed 3 damage, gain 1 Amber. So I'm going to heal this 3 damage from Zizix. He goes from 6 damage to 3. And I did heal the damage. 3 damage, so I get another one. Then I am going to play Cooperative Hunting. Deal 1 damage for each friendly creature in play. I may divide this damage among any number of creatures. So I'm going to deal 4 damage to your troll. And that should be enough to kill it.
And since I have this card, it goes back to my hand.
Archived.
Or, yeah, it goes to archive.
And I am done. And I have 6 cards in my hand. So that's the end of my turn.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Brobnar again and pick this up. I'm going to go ahead and play him. I'm going to use this on him. He's in Brobnar for the turn. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Ready. We're going to attack. 8 here.
Okay. That would put him up to
11.
11. And he is at 15. He has 15 health.
Okay. And, I gained...
Did you have 6 at the beginning? Yeah. Okay. Alright.
So I gained key.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll put that there. And that is my turn. I will gain 1 card. Beginning of your turn.
Alright.
You gain.
So I have 6 amber. So I get I forge my second key. I am going to I'm going to choose... Oh, that's supposed to be ready.
Mhm.
I'm going to choose Mars. So I'm going to reap with Izix, get one. I can reveal that on here. He gets that.
Yeah, pretty much with the combo he has out now.
Yeah,
he's
pretty much.
he's unbeatable.
It's hard to come back from that. John Smith is going to go. I get one. He comes back. I reap with him again. I reveal another one. Archive. That was 1, 2. That's the third one. So yeah, get that one. Going to play that, and I'm going to play another Tonk. And that is the end of my turn. And I have 2 cards, so I draw back up to 6. That's 5, and then that's 6.
Okay, I'm going to go with Mars again. So I got 4 cards to play. The first card I'm going to start out with is Sample Collection. What it does is it puts an enemy creature into my archives for each key your opponent has forged. Any of these creatures leaves my archive, then it goes back to their hand. So basically, I'm going to steal this guy. And then I'm going to steal... oh, that's that guy.
That's the one that lets
Yeah.
me... Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to steal those 2 characters.
Uh-huh.
Even though it really doesn't help at this point, because he's going to forge something on his turn. For each of my friendly ready Mars creatures, I can do 2 damage, which I don't. It's an action, so you can still play it. It just...
So you don't get to
only
do any
playing it.
damage.
I'm only playing it so I can get my Amber. I'm going to stun that guy, because he's a non-Mars creature. That gets me an Amber. And then... this one really does nothing.
So you can just discard it.
So I'm going to discard it and draw up to 4 cards.
And this would go there.
And then it's his turn. He wins the game.
Yep, I have 6. I forge my 3rd key, and that would be game.